Alright guys, so in this one I have a 2016 Tucson, and what's going on with this one is that there's no heat coming out of the vents. So check thermostat operation. Thermostat was out operating properly, so I didn't decide to go towards that route. Right now what I'm doing is I'm actually checking the power grounds and signals for the temperature actuator, which is this guy right here that is underneath the dash. Now it's actually very complicated to film underneath the dash. I don't know if you guys know that, but I'm gonna give it my best shot. I have multimeter that is right here. I'll be bringing him up as I do my testing, so you guys can see what's going on. Then I have my wiring diagram, which is right here. So the actually that's in question is this guy right here. Okay, now this is a bidirectional motor with just a potentiometer onto one side to give you a position of your heat trap as you go from hot to cold. And what's happening right now is that I believe that this motor is stuck in the cold position. So in order to validate that, we have to check powers coming into the motor, ground coming into the motor, and like I said, it's a bidirectional motor, so it can go power or ground. So this wire right here, this orange, can be a power or ground, or this yellow can be a power or ground. And I'll give you guys a view of that as I'm going through the diagnostic. With the multimeter. I could use a scope for this, but right now, being underneath the dash trying to make a video, the scope is not going to be the best idea in order to show you guys this. So we're going to go like that, and then after that we have our 5 volts that are going to come in on one side, our ground's going to come in onto another side, and then we have our signal coming out. So we got to check all that, and then if all that is there, this motor is going to get replaced, or this actuator I should say. So let's start with the brown wire, and brown wire is going to be power for the 12 volt, not the 12 volts, power for your potentiometer. Losing my words there. Let's get underneath here. I'll try to get this, you guys, a good view of this best as I can. Hopefully this goes in frame. I cannot see the screen, so let's get a ground. So we have 4.96 volts. That's our 5 volt. That is fine. Now in order to verify the ground, there's 2 ways that you could do it. One, you could just switch your leads, and that way it will get a power and a ground, or the other way is by jumping your power and ground together with the multimeter to verify the integrity of that, which is what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to take and unplug the connector. Like this. I'll probably go get another pin, just so I don't damage anything. Yeah, it's going to be this guy right here. There we go. So I'm just going to go get another pin, and I will be right back. So I got myself a little connector. We're going to just plug him in here as best as I can. We're going to come up to this pin right here, and going like this, we should see 5 volts. And I don't know if you guys can see that. We have 5 volts on the screen, so that's power and ground, so that's good. Actually, I'm going to go with the power and ground of the or bidirectional control, I should say, of the motor itself first, and we'll see what happens. So right now I have 0 volts. Hopefully I'm gonna take and check this. Let's give this a go. So here we go. We're at 11 volts right there, and as I turn my dial, I want you guys to pay attention to right here. You're going to start seeing a minus sign come and go as I turn. Let me get back to that. As you can see, there's the minus sign. Then we'll go back the other way. And then we'll go back the other way. We'll go back. So as you can see, we have control from our main temperature unit at the AC control module. So like I said, I believe that what's happening is that it's stuck. I actually have one in my toolbox, so give me a second. I'm gonna go grab it. I'm gonna plug it in, and we're gonna see if we can get this to operate properly. All right, I am back. Let's go ahead. Here is one here. This one is one that I actually repaired because it was damaged on the inside. I didn't put this back in the client's car, of course, but we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna plug him in, and we're gonna see if we can get everything to work. All right. So this is the little area that plugs into your HVAC unit. That's underneath the dash, and this operates the pallet for your hot and cold things. So you'll see, well, hopefully we'll see, I should say, is that as I turn it, we should see it move. And as you can see, we can see it move. So no need to check the signal wire on this part right here. We verified our 5 volts for our potentiometer, our ground for our potentiometer, and made sure that our bidirectional control coming from the control unit actually worked. So with all that, and now with another one plugged in, as you can see, this is a used one, everything is working. So this guy needs a actuator, and that will fix his problem. So I hope you guys enjoyed this quick video, and I'll see you guys next time.